Hey everybody, it's Coffee with Mick. Frank and honest discussion about whatever I want to talk about in the morning. I almost finished my full watch of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Great TV show. Beforehand, I would just alternate between Voyager and DS9 because, to simulate the viewing experience of the 90s, but by the tail end of the final season of Deep Space Nine, you just gotta watch it all in one sitting, you know what I mean? Ugh, so freaking good. Yeah. Glory to Ram, the Grand Negus. Yeah. Finishing the last two episodes today. Yeah. And pretty much none of those characters show up in the freaking final movie, as well as Voyager. I haven't even seen Star Trek Nemesis, and I know I'm just gonna be pissed off. Yeah. I love Star Trek The Next Generation, but does anyone else think it's weird that they never made movies for Deep Space Nine or Voyager either? They were just as much Star Trek as TNG was. Deep Space Nine, a lot of people, weirdly enough, like it more than TNG. It had better story arcs, better character development. Yeah. And Voyager, well, you can ignore the first three seasons and also all the weird stuff with Chakotay spiritualism because he's a boxer. Yeah. Ugh. Fun fact, the actor who played him, kept asking for pay raises each year, assuming that because his character was so terrible, they just fire him or kill him off on the show, and they never did. Although they did end up basically put him in the background in the last couple seasons, from what I read. Oh, Chakotay, you are an embarrassing blight on Star Trek's history. One of many. Then after this, I'm gonna go to Enterprise. The first three seasons I've heard were really, really weird. The fourth one, the final one, is when it starts to actually pick up. When Rick Berman loses his coat strings. Wait, apron strings, whatever the term is. And then it gets canceled because UPN was gearing towards, frickin', reality TV at the time. Ugh. I'm just so close to the end of the 90s Star Trek era. Then it's straight into Abrams. And New Trek. The only real New Trek show I ever really watched was Lower Decks, and even then, that was a midquel. It was still technically the TNG era. Also, regardless of its Discovery's quality, I would like to thank all the racist trolls for giving that show so much shit that Avery Brooks doesn't want to come back. That's because of you guys. Don't say racism isn't a factor of it. It is. It is, people. Ugh. Like I said, I have not watched Discovery, but I know about the racism. Ugh. And also, as I'm finishing my watch of Deep Space Nine, can y'all just shut the fuck up about how better 90s Star Trek was to New Trek? Because, guys, there are some embarrassing ass moments, okay? You're looking at it through nostalgia goggles. Some episodes are really out of date. Some episodes, the character arcs were just a little awkward. Ezri Dax and Julian Bashir hook up for some reason. No one knows why. That didn't make any sense at all. No one complained to me about Odo and Kira. At least they were set up properly. Ezri and Julian? Come on. Ugh. I like Ezri Dax, though. I'm also told that Seven and Chakotay get together. Why? Weird. What about Harry? Yeah. Seriously, I don't know what new Trek show does it, but please give me a good romance story. For the love of God, balance out the fucking scales. Ugh. If you're gonna introduce a really good romance, don't just have the characters forget they're dating for practically like half a season at a time, like B'Elanna and Torres in season 5 of Voyager. Did anyone else notice that? They basically forgot they were dating. That happens a lot in shows like these. They forget they are dating. Ugh. Ugh. Same with Odo and Kira, actually. A lot of people complain about that, like, couple being rushed. No, I don't think it was rushed. It's that by the time they got together, it was season 6, and we barely got to see many scenes with them together. It's at least better than, like, with Jadzia and Worf, where, like, the relationship kind of overshadowed Jadzia's entire personality. But you can't just have them not show themselves as a whole either. There's a balance into doing a proper romance where you gotta show them being new with each other, but also their own people. This has been yet another Star Trek ramble by Mick the Man. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a morning.